Hey everybody, welcome back. So in this video we are going to be setting up our March budget. Super exciting. So we have our March kit here. We are going to be setting up our March budget, weekly check-in, sinking funds, debt tracker. Most of them probably won't have completed numbers in them just because it's still a few days until the end of the month, so that way we can get those ending numbers. But we are in our Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. We have all of my Etsy stickers from my shop. If you want to check those out, there's a link below. But we are going to flip over to March, and we are going to first do our monthly view here. So we're going to take these stickers up here. All right. So for this video, I want to ask, what planners do y'all use the most for day-to-day? Because I am wanting to get some functional stickers. I have the Life Planner, but it's the petite size, or the A5 petite size. And this one is the box ones here. Not particularly a fan of it. As you can tell, I haven't really been using it. I think I might order the hourly one. I kind of like that one a little bit more. But what are y'all's planners that y'all like to use? Because I want to make sure I get some more fun. I want to work on functional stickers. So I want to see what going to be like the more used ones are and what sizes. If you're using A5, 7x9, like 8.5 by 11. So, but I definitely want to work on growing more than just budget stickers in my Etsy shop. So, definitely want to have some growth on there. All right. So there's our last sticker here. So for this page here, I like to track all of our expenses here as well as our bills as they come out. And any days that we have no spends, which for us is our days that we don't have any bills or any expenses from our cash envelopes come out. We like to track them here so I can get an overview of what our month looks like. So for February, you can see we have no spends, our bills, and the expenses from our cash envelopes. Just a way to overview and look at it in this way. All right. So the first page that we will be setting up definitely does not have the final numbers because we have some more debt payments to make before the end of the month. But we flip to the first page here and we will be setting up our debt tracker. So we're going to take our pretty blue and pink washi here. So for us, we have 4 debts, and I'm actually looking into trying to see about if I can get some financial aid or financial aid. Yeah, financial assistance. That's what it is. Financial assistance for the medical stuff, and see if we can eliminate that debt, which would be awesome because our medical debt, or my medical debt, is up to $11,000, almost $12,000. So just getting rid of that would reduce our debt by a lot. So I've been looking into that. I did set up a TikTok. I'm working on doing some videos for there to post. It is one income budgeting. I put it the same as my Instagram. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, I'm hoping to get some videos posted on there. Some little short clips or whatever. I have been more active on Instagram, so if you don't follow me over on Instagram, I'm trying to do more stories and more posts and keep y'all updated over there, and all that fun stuff. Like when I run sales, make sure y'all see the notifications for reminders on all that. So a few platforms you can follow. But our first debt is the Highlander, which is our family car. All right, then we have James's car, which is the Camaro. Then we have the medical. And then student loans. I keep seeing something about them forgiving some student loans, and I pull up my account to see it if it wasn't one of mine, and I'm like, nope, it's not mine. It's fine though. Like, I'll get it paid off. I got this. All right. So our total strip here, as soon as I close out my February budget, I can put in my beginning numbers here. But for our debt tracker, we do like to, and I think, yeah, we're going to do it this way. For my debt tracker, I pay on the car multiple times a month, or yeah, for the cars, plural. So we like to do a transaction log here at the bottom. That way it makes it real easy to look at and be like, yes, I made all those payments, and it adds up to our minimum amount or more. More is always best, you know. So here's our transaction log. All right, let's pull out a ruler and go ahead and draw in the lines on here. In the description for this one, I like to kind of track the principal and interest on what went in and out. So we are going to actually take this solid pink one here. It's a little bit dark. Close out this one. All right, so there's our debt tracker. I also have debt snowball and debt avalanche, so whichever method you like to track your debt, there's that. Flipping on over, on this page here will be our paycheck breakdown, which I'm gonna do in a separate video so y'all can get all the full details on that. But on this side, we do our budget. So for this side, we are gonna use our butterfly thick washi here. Super pretty. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So our March budget up here. All right. I'm actually on stickers. I've got May's done. I just got to get them listed and hopefully get them up and ready to go. I was hoping to add a few extra stickers, but I haven't quite got those done. And I also have started working on June's, which I'm absolutely loving. So stay tuned for all of those. I might even do like a little sneak peek coming up. So we shall see. All right, so looking at February's budget and where we're sitting at right now, our income types, first up is James, his full-time. So his lowest check was $729 this past month, and I did 720 times 4, giving us 2,880 estimated for his income for his work. And then we have mine. For me, I estimated about 100 from YouTube, 100 from, or 80 from Etsy, and then 200 from working at the Nutrition Club, Herbalife and stuff. So that totaled us at 380. That's where I got that number. And then at the office, I don't have plans on being anywhere this coming up weekend in March, so hopefully I can work every single Friday or Saturday and Sunday, and that should be about 400. So hopefully that works out. And then for other, we have none unless our tax return comes in March, which we filed. So we shall see if that comes back in March. If not, it'll be April, I guess. So all up in the air on that. And it will go under other if it does come in. But we do plan on just putting all of it into savings for a house. So there may be a little that we pull out, but not much. All right, lay down our strip here. Then we're gonna break up that. We're gonna use the pink. I try to make my kits all a little bit interchangeable. That way you can get the different thin washies to match up with the thick washies and different things like that. So, all right. On our budget kit, we are going to use the fixed and variable strips I have for my budget. So, lay this all the way over. All right, our fixed expenses for us, first up is our cars at $920, and that is for both cars. And this is one-time payments, but we split it in half every 2 weeks and pay it that way. Then we have our rent, which is $600. We have Allstate, which is our insurance for our cars, at $285. Cell phones, which is actually reduced down to $151 now. My phone got paid off, so hoping to keep it down. Next up, right now, student loans isn't due until May. March, May. I'm not sure, really remember at this moment. But student loans, I need to go in and redo an economic hardship. But I was paying a total of $60. I don't know if that'll change when I do that. But for now, it's $60. Storage. We pay $64. And then internet is $56. We have pest control. At $33. All right, so those are all of our fixed that we have throughout the month. They're always the same unless like we pay off a phone or whatever, and then it changes and it goes that same amount unless we add a phone back or something. All right, so those are all of our fixed side. Now for our variable side, which is the side that can be a doozy sometimes, you know. But we are going to grab out this one. All right, so on the variable side, first up is power. And we budget $200 for this month. I have increased that a little bit because we ended up plugging in another heater, so it's gonna be higher most likely. So I did increase it, and you'll see that in my paycheck breakdown going into April. So that's gonna be fun. Then we have water, which we budget $70. Groceries this month is still getting the $5.50. Gas, we were able to get it to the $2.80 for gas, which is amazing. This is also going to be changing going forward, so stay tuned for the second budget with me video. Spending. Then we have miscellaneous, sinking funds, savings, debt, the cushion, and then unbudgeted. So in our household, we are 1 month ahead on our bills and expenses, and we use the previous month to fund the new month's bills and expenses. So the income we have coming in is what we're going to use here. We'll pay for our April bills and expenses. So that is where those come in. And our total income is $3,660 to work with for April. All of these have been funded in February. So these here are fully funded. These numbers here are funded. These two I still have to get the final numbers. But these down here determine throughout the month if we were able to put money into sinking fund, savings, debt, cushion, and if anything came out to be unbudgeted for the month of March. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna draw in lines on this one. Okay, so there is our monthly budget. So next pages that we like to set up in here is our weekly check-in on this side. And we're gonna take another blue. Today was beautiful. It got up into the 70s, which is awesome. Love when it gets warm. So, all right, so this page has our weekly check-in, and I need to look at the calendar. Hold on. So normally I try to do check-ins on Fridays, but this past month I've been able to get them done on Mondays. That's because that's when I do grocery shopping and get updated on our budget from over the weekend and everything. So I think that I might start just recording them on Mondays and seeing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be 4 weeks there. And we check in for groceries, which covers our food costs, dog food, toilet papers, household items, I don't know, diapers, anything like that is where it comes from for groceries. We do my personal spending, gas, all of our gas transactions, miscellaneous, and then unbudgeted. So that is 5. Groceries, gas, spending, miscellaneous, 5. So we're going to skip 5 lines and lay down our second week. All right. How many categories do y'all have for your cash envelopes or that you keep track of on a weekly basis just to make sure you stay in budget? Let me know in the comments. Lots of questions for this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love hearing all y'all's answers. Love reading y'all's comments. I might not respond to all of them, but I do try to make sure I go through and like and love all of them because I love to read them. So... and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if you can hear the kids. They're supposed to be going to bed because they have to be at school in the morning. But all right, so there's our weeks. So we don't need the 5th one. And we are going to use... let's use a blue. Absolute favorite color is blue. Been blue for all my life. All right, so there is our weekly check-in. Now we just got to draw in lines on this side. And on the notes that I have here, I like to, on groceries and like gas, kind of budget out per week so we can kind of stay in budget each week, trying to help keep it under control a little bit. So, all right, on this side here, we're going to do our transaction log for our weekly check-in, which doesn't take long at all. Oh, somebody's hurt. All right, so there's that. Our transaction log. All right, so got them situated. They're fine. Got it back in bed. All right, transaction log. Here, I'm gonna get it and lay it down. Up at the top. All right, and that is all I do on here. We're gonna lay down, let's do our butterfly at the bottom. Yeah. And normally I don't fill up a whole page, but in February I did. So I'm just going to go ahead and straight down. Put this on the very bottom here just so I have plenty of space. All right, we're going to draw in lines here. So there's our transaction log for our weekly check-in. Got that done. All right, so last thing we are going to be filling in will be our sinking funds categories. And for sinking funds, they, for us, are smaller accounts that we keep at home. For most of these, actually all of these, we keep at home right now. Like, they're no big, huge accounts or anything, just because we like to kind of add to it when we can, and then use it when we find what we need for birthdays or Christmas and stuff like that. So these are just categories we have in our sinking funds, way too far down. All right, so there is that one. This side we do our transaction log on, so that way if we have any transactions, we kind of keep a log on where it's coming from, so we know when we close out our budget that it all matches up. Which, there we go. Transaction log on this one. Bam, party. Let's use our pink one and put at the bottom. Just gonna make it real safe and play it at the bottom. I know for February we really didn't use sinking funds. Didn't really have a lot of money in sinking funds in February to use, which is fine. But just want to make sure in case we fund them and we have money we want to use, we have somewhere to track it. Because using cash on things, like, you might not remember what it was for. Alright, so there's that. And on this side, we're going to lay down our thick washi for our sinking funds on here. And I definitely have quite a few. I have added for our family, for our needs, and not all of them get stuffed. Some months none of them get stuffed, or only one specific category, like card tags was stuffed last month just because we had it due, so we needed to finish funding it. So it just depends on income for us and what's important going on right then and there in our life. So it fluctuates. But these are the categories that we do try to keep money in and flows in and out of on a monthly, weekly, daily, yearly basis. So first up is our anniversary, which anniversary is all the way in October, so we have plenty of time to keep saving for this. We were really hoping to do like an overnight trip somewhere, so we need like $1,500 to $2,000 saved for that. That way we have a hotel, spending money, gas money, food money, all the good things there. We have birthdays. There are 6 of us in the household, and of course the first ones for the new year are the twins. They'll be coming up what feels like really soon. Then we have car maintenance, car tags. We have 3 vehicles that we play car tags for every year. We've already done 1, so we only have 2 more. Then we have Christmas. Husband just walked in and the dog is excited. Then we have clothes, and this is for everyone. We don't buy clothes often. James is mostly the one that buys them more so than anyone, and that's because he wears through them quickly. We have dance for my daughter. We have family fun, so if we decide to go and do something for the family, we have the money sitting here for it. Gas is for our propane. Hopefully we won't have to fill up. We did, the last fill up was over $400, almost $500, and I did not want to do that again. So we shall see. We shouldn't have to fill up anymore, but who knows? And we have gifts for birthdays, anniversaries, anything that we're invited to. Gifts. Holidays, everything except for Christmas comes from holidays. We have a house sinking fund. This one here is to help purchase like new curtains, new sheets, new towels, pots and pans, dishes, things like that. Maybe even save them for like pieces of furniture or anything is where we are pulling this from. This is not our house, future house savings at all. We have lawn care that is coming upon us in this next season. Then we have medical, and this is for like prescriptions that we need to pay for out of pocket, over-the-counter medicines, anything over in the pharmacy area and a drugstore is what it's for. We have Melanie, and I just like tracking this. I put any of my unspent money from my cash envelopes at the end of the month to save for either getting my nails done, treating myself for something really nice, or getting my hair done. Anything like that is where I do this. But last month I dipped into it to fund our gas bill that was crazy high, or January. Next, we have pets. Well, pet. We have the doggy. We have Sam's Club, which we need to add a little bit back into because we did just renew our membership this month. So that means we have a whole year, or in February, a whole year to save for that again. We have school, which involves anything involving our kids in school, what they need, all that good stuff. We have vape. We have vision for James. And we have utilities. And this utilities here is if our bills come in under what we budgeted for, I'll put the rest of it here for the months that it's higher. So I can pull from here without going into our savings or our cushion. But we haven't had anything in there this year so far. So we shall see if we build that back up. But I haven't closed out sinking funds quite yet from February. So hopefully I will be able to do so over the next few days and get those closed out for my ending numbers. Let's see, we're going to use this pink and blue at the bottom. All right, so there is sinking funds. Now I just need to draw in lines, flip through, make sure everything is done. Okay. All right, so let's flip through our March budget really fast and see where we look like, what we look like. All right, so we have our March monthly view set up and ready to go. Our debt tracker and transaction log for the new month. We have our March budget. We will do our paycheck breakdown in the next video. We have our weekly check-in. I need to fill in the categories. We have our transaction log to keep a running total here. Our sinking funds is ready to go, as well as transaction log for that. So that covers everything that we track for our month of bills, expenses, all budgeting, financial stuff. This is it. I do mock-up budgets at the beginning of the month here. That way I can do a nice clean layout for y'all on camera. But I really hope that y'all enjoyed this first budget with me for March. Stay tuned for part 2 with the paycheck breakdown setup on and explaining how we use it and what the numbers are going to be for March. But I really hope that y'all enjoyed, and I can't wait to catch y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below all the fun things that you have had going on for March. Super excited to see what's in store for us. Hopefully it warms up and stays warm. But I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye-bye now.